what that could
All
be?
right. Can everybody see us?
Oh, there it goes. Yeah. Nice.
All right. Cool. So first and foremost, I wanted to welcome everybody. Can you guys hear us okay? Good. Good. Okay. Yeah, we had a little bit of snafu. We thought we were live, but we weren't live. So,
At
cool.
last, we are
Good.
we are live.
Yeah. Sorry about that, you guys. But now we got everything under control. Now we always have everything under control. But this time it's for real. So, first and foremost, I wanted to thank everybody for being able to be a part of this first and epic event. We've actually been wanting to do a game jam with GDEX for a long time, and with everything kind of going online, it just kind of made more sense to kind of do this year. So we want to thank everybody for being a part of this. It's grown way larger than we ever anticipated, which is going to make for an amazing jam. You guys are going to make some really cool stuff over the next couple of weeks. So just kind of introduce ourselves. So my name is Wesley Adams. I've done a couple of game jams with Global Game Jam before, and Tom is actually helping us as well as one of our lead technicians for the Discord channel and other things. And we've all done like game jams before, so we're going to be here to help you out through the entire weekend. Uh, so my background is a chief design officer at Multivarious Games. We actually work a lot of things with GDEX and help to promote and create the experience that you see every year with our Game Developer Expo. So if you're not familiar with that, definitely go to thegdex.com. So that's GDEX. And check us out. Basically, this is kind of a precursor to that event. And 2 weeks from now, give or take, we're going to have on October 9th through 11th, we're going to have our online show there. And then we'll be there to kind of showcase all the work that you do throughout this entire 2 weeks. Um, so definitely check that out. And yeah, if you want to talk a little bit about yourself, Tom, and what your role is, that'll be kind of good too.
Uh, sure. I'm the lead developer at Multivarious. It's kind of I'm on the technical team for GDEX, and I teach game development at Columbus State. I do a lot. So I participate in COG. Sorry, I'm a little. There's been a lot going on today to get this jam ready, but for this, yeah, like we kind of had the idea to like if we're gonna be all remote like this, then we can, try something experimental, and so we're like, it would be cool to run a game jam, and it'd be cool if it was a little more involved than a lot of game jams in terms of providing feedback and like resources for folks. We have a lot of experience running game jams in person, and there's pros and cons to both. I think this will be a really interesting event because we're going to have pretty much a dedicated support staff available for everyone to take advantage of, ask questions. We're going to try to keep an eye on everybody and make sure there's no big interpersonal issues or just a lack, like people kind of being we're trying to prevent productivity barriers and stuff. So yeah, it's going to be a really interesting experimental kind of event. We've got the Discord. As I've said before, we have a custom bot to manage all of the teams and provide Discord channels for people to collaborate in. It's not necessary, you don't have to be in Discord. You can do everything through Itch, but it's pretty fun. I've seen a lot of people are, you're able to give your team an icon and represent your team with color and yeah, just kind of have fun chatting with other game devs.
Yep. Yep. So good breakdown, and we'll kind of go into that in a little bit more detail because this video is going to be able to help folks, um, kind of get an
Just
idea of what the experience like and how different how-tos. So this will be live for folks. So if you're coming in watching this video later and you're kind of curious about how this works, and obviously we're going to reveal the theme tonight, so you'll see all that. This will be a great video for you. So before we get into that, I want to do a couple of announcements about GDEX in general. If you're interested, I'll kind of bring it up right now. Maybe we'll just switch it over. Cool. All right. So let me see if that works out. Yep. So if you go to gdex.com, you'll see all our information. We're working on getting you the best experience. So we'll be working on a couple of things, the next couple of weeks. And this is where you can find more information. You can find information about different applications. So we're still looking for exhibitors if you want. I mean, we have quite a few of you guys, but if you want to be a part of that, you definitely can. We are still always looking for volunteers. There's always more work than we anticipate every year, so there's a lot of good information there. And then eventually, pretty soon, we're going to be getting our tickets up on sale. But to kind of get you a little bit of a rundown of the experience, we're going to have a live event played on our Twitch channel. And then for those of you that are looking to do a ticketed event, which is not part of the public, it'll be things like workshops and publications and different kinds of opportunities to meet with game developer professionals that we've got lined up. That'll be up too. So once we get that live, we'll give you more information, but just kind of want to give you a little bit of a sneak peek. And then if you're familiar, also included in the description of this YouTube channel, we have our landing page of our Game Jam site, and then that'll actually take you to the pre-registered page, which is actually our itch.io site. So if you look up GDEX-2020, you'll find our place to sign up for itch.io. And what that basically is a website that allows you to basically submit all your games processes. And so our goal across this 2 weeks is to allow people to have not only have space like itch.io to upload their games, but then use what you see here actually in our conference call. You may have already been a part of this, but use Discord as a way to communicate with each other live. Because we felt that even though itch.io does have a couple of places that you could upload through a forum or whatever, Discord was actually a better option for being able to talk to people live and collect information. So that's what Tom has been doing with our bot, Jamio, which we'll show here in just a little bit. To be able to allow you to register your name here on itch.io, which is the first step, and then go to our Discord site to go in and register as a user there, so you get all the different opportunities to be able to register and get different accesses as roles and channels and whatnot. And then from there, be able to create your own team and then be able to talk to your own team privately and kind of brainstorm there. Something else that will be going on throughout the entire week is we'll be having 3 different outside perspectives coming in to help you guys. We really wanted this to be an open process to be able to get feedback through the entire week. So we're going to have a mixture of peer reviewers, which is someone that's coming in from a game development professional perspective to give you guys feedback. And that'll actually be really valuable. Any part of the process. Of course, myself and Tom will be here to kind of give you guys feedback from a multivarious games professional skill set background, but we'll be bringing in other folks too. Just as well, we will have folks coming in as a speaker to give you a talk about game development in general. One of them is coming in actually tomorrow at 6 o'clock on the Discord channel to talk about AR and 3D face technologies. So that one is confirmed for sure, but we'll talk more about that too in the Discord channel. So if you have any questions at all, that's the place to go. And so if you're looking at this page, you'll see that in the please join our Discord server link, and that'll take you to a link to Discord in general. It'll kind of look like that. So it'll launch the page, it'll launch the app, and you'll be good to go. So cool. So that gives us that. I'm going to go back to our faces, so if you guys see us. And what I want to kind of go over a little bit more is how to kind of use Discord a little bit, and then we'll talk about the end of the jam and all that and submissions. So if I kind of unminimize this, you'll notice here on the left side we have our channels that you're used to, right? So our GDEX public channels. So when you first enter in, you'll see the information channel, and then you see our GDEX public channels. Okay, so this is where you'll kind of first be introduced. You'll kind of see a couple of people here. The first thing you want to do is go to jam registration, and you'll notice that as soon as you go in here, you'll see a bunch of different groups. These groups are actually jams that I actually already created. And as you kind of scroll up, you'll see people that are teamless jammers. So this is what Jamio's role is to be able to allow you to become a jammer, which is gives you more access, which I'll talk about this game jam space category here in a sec. But to do that, there's actually a little kind of README at the top that you can go to, and any of these things that are kind of highlighted and bolded. So this like register, this deregister, and kind of a little description. If you type in the word register, this is how you can actually use your itch username. So you got to remember that it's your itch username. So you type in register and you hit return, and Jamio will actually walk you through the process. And then if you need to read, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying that don't your itch username is, it's kind of confusing. It's not your display name. It's the ID in your URL. So if you go to your profile page, it's the name that's in the link at the top. And you would pass that into Jamio, and that would verify your registration.
Yep. So yeah, so you would want to use that as a way to register. Now, someone brought up a good point in the channel. They're asking, ooh, do you want us to use the voice channels? Yeah, if you can, great, because that's going to give you more access, direct access to us. By no means do you have to use Discord, but you will probably have a different experience. So we'd highly encourage it. There's nothing telling us that you can't, become a itch.io jam register and not use the Discord. But we would highly suggest it, because like alternatively, it would be us meeting up on site and talking to people in person, or setting up separate calls. But what's nice is that you can get access to resources like Tom and myself. We got a couple of folks from COG, which is the Central Ohio Game Dev Group. They're going to be chiming in to help from time to time. And of course, like I've mentioned before, speakers and peer reviewers are going to be in here too to help you guys out. So that'll be a good way to kind of like get to know us, and also get us to help you if you have questions throughout the event. Because there might be a couple of you in here, which I have actually seen. How many of you in the chat channel are actually new to either game development or game jams in general? I think a couple of you have mentioned that before. And so our goal is to make this process as easy as possible, right? So we want to make it simple and easy for you guys. So we're going to be here to provide you different resources. One of the things that we're working in the back end is kind of give you kind of like a short description of kind of what this call is like, and as well as give you guys kind of resources, especially if you've never done game development before, a way to get jump started. So if you're not familiar with like how to share files or how to use a game engine, say that like maybe you're not familiar with Unity or Unreal or anything really. There's a lot of them. I saw somebody was saying that they might be using Godot, which is really nice too. We got some friends that are using was it Twine, I think it's called, or another
Yeah.
text based engine that works online. So there's no right or wrong way to do it. Itch.io.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be like, if you really want to, if you're willing to document it. I mean, you could make a traditional game if you wanted, because Itch lets you submit those.
Yep.
Lets you make a game page for lots of non-video game formats.
Yep.
We're going to be primarily a video game format jams, and that's where all of our support is going to be focused. But we're not here to stop you from doing anything that you're passionate about. So
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. So, so yeah, you can definitely upload a digital game. Um, depending on what you want to do, at the end when you publish it, uh, we would say you're not limited, right? So the platform is the platform you want to publish to. Um, and you can use itch.io to publish most any channel for the most part. So, or platform, excuse me. So, what you would want to keep in mind is what you're publishing to, whether that's PC, Mac, maybe a mobile device, or I think some folks are looking at VR. Just make it as clear as possible in the description on what to expect, because really, literally, you're just uploading like a zip file. And then you can add in screenshots, you can add in tags to that. So what's great is that once you have it on itch.io, you will have pooled in there, um, your information about your game in your submission. But then you can also, after the game jam, post it as a separate page if you want to. And that's what's great about itch.io is that you can then have it up there for other people to download and share. You can sell it up there if you want to. It's kind of like what I like to call the wild, wild west of game development. It's kind of the best way to share, but also like, you just never know what kind of game you're going to get, which is, for a game jam is amazing.
it's also a good it almost acts like a halfway home to Steam. So if you get used to itch and you can manage your game on there, I mean Steam is just a lot more cumbersome, but you're gonna have the basic tools that you need to upload to Steam as well. So
Yep. Yep.
and other platforms, not just Steam. We're not here to play favorites.
Yeah.
Except for itch and Discord, those are our favorites.
Yeah. So, so you guys will be working just to kind of give you a little bit of a breakdown of tonight. After we're done with this meeting, for anybody who isn't already like registered and also isn't a team, so after you're done registered, you can actually use the create command to create a team. We'll help you guys out. But kind of break down these commands. So you can register and deregister, of course, as a jammer. And what jammers will do is they'll give you access to this jammer space area. And what you've kind of see, and you may not actually see this, but you've got a lot of teams here. So if you see these, I've kind of collapsed them because there's so many of them right now. I think we've got 23 teams at this point. Yeah, so we got quite a few of you.
Yeah, we're about to break through the Discord limits if we're not careful. So
no, it's great. And we'll figure it out. Like I said, this is our first year, so there's a couple of things that we've been kind of working through. But what's kind of nice is everybody that is a team will also have. So you see UGDA, which is one of our local Ohio University Game Developer Association. They have a chat channel and they have a voice channel. So what that means is that everybody that's a team will be able to bring in as many folks as they want. We will say that for management reasons, we would suggest 6 people, no more than
yeah,
6.
no more than
But there's nothing stopping us from doing that.
Yeah, if you're confident in your management abilities, then
Yep,
by all means, have more than 6. But
right.
that's pretty rarefied skill. You're probably already used to professional development if you can do that. But
Yep,
again, we're here for everybody. You can do solo, pairs, any size really.
yep. And then our next suggestion would be if you can work to get, and you'll kind of see this once you become a jammer, there's the skill set role. So if you haven't done this already, it's a good channel to go to in the gamer space. So basically, there's 4 categories technically, but there's 3 that are primarily important. So one is the producer role. So this is honestly, this is anybody, if more or less. This is kind of the game designer role. So people that are kind of helping with project management or designing the game or testing the game. This is a good role that you can become. And when you add a role, you'll start to see them here on the side, right? So you see them as icons that pop up in your username. So all you have to do to assign that role is click on any one of these or multiple of these roles. There's a technical role or a tech role. So this is coding and other technical skills. So say if you build shaders or you're a technical artist, this might be something more like what you might be entailed to do. And then the art role. So this is someone who does visual, audio, writing, 2D, 3D. So these are 3 roles that you would want to try to get into your teams if you can. Definitely if you're looking for someone there, another place to go to is this team recruiting channel. So you can either request or ask to join a team. And Tom and I will actually be in that channel quite a bit tonight to help you guys out. So our goal is to get as many of these, if I go under registration, to get as many of these folks that are in the team list jammers into a team tonight. That being said, as we mentioned in our jam page, you guys can also go solo. And there's actually quite a few of you who are going solo, either because you may not have enough time or you just wanted to spin around an idea for a game that you want to work on. That's perfectly fine. So you guys can definitely do solo teams if you want to. All you have to do is create a team
Oh
here.
wow, Jamie was blowing up. Lots of people were picking roles.
Good. Nice. Yeah, because that's some of the things I wasn't sure if people knew about, but that's good. So great. Glad people are doing roles. So yeah, so if you want to be solo, you can create a team. You can also open and close. So if you specifically want to be a solo team, you could also then close it so that nobody else can join. You can join and leave a channel. You can rename it. You can give it a color, and you can give it an icon. And then once everybody actually submits their game to itch.io, you can then add that here too. So you'll notice that as we start to go through this, it will add your team here. It'll add the name, the color of that channel, the icon, which you can upload as well. And then, is there credentials for that icon, Tom, when they upload? Is there like Jamio actually walk them through that?
For the icon?
Yeah, what size does it need to
Yeah,
be?
So Jamio will tell you it has to be. It's very specific because we're uploading custom server emojis, but it has to be exactly 128 by 128 pixels, JPEG, PNG, GIF, whatever. Probably non-animated GIF, or else you might not be able to use it unless you have Discord Nitro. Also, I never tested the animated ones. So if you have Discord Nitro, feel free to come and see if it works. I'd love to know.
Yeah, that would be really cool. So sweet. Yep. So nobody has an itch submission yet, obviously, because no one has, the site hasn't been live yet. It is live now.
Yeah, I
So if
think
you
we.
if you wanted to do a quick build and upload it, you could definitely do that, and then put that itch submission in there. It also shows the teams, and that kind of brings us to our next point: is that we want this to be a organically progressing submission process. So what we're going to be doing throughout the week is encouraging you guys and gals and other folks to be uploading your game as much as possible. And then we would also encourage you, we'll probably have a channel specific to this in the gamer space. But we would like you to submit screenshots. That could be anything. That could be your game, your progress. That could be pictures of your team. That could be pictures of your team's pets or something like that, something funny. Whatever you want to do, we would love to gather that content and then be able to share that with our other communities within GDEX. So if you're interested in that, for now, go ahead and put that in your text channels. But soon we'll be adding in kind of like a let's share channel or some sort for you guys as well. So keep an eye on that. And throughout the week, we'll be asking you guys to post because we would love to see what you're working on. And it's actually a good process to have, especially if you've ever worked in something like a agile project management process or environment. It's always good to work on something, post it, and as a team or an outside resource, get feedback. Because especially with this, I mean, there's 2 weeks, right? Which is quite a bit of time when normally a game jam might be like a weekend, like 48 hours, 72 hours. We're giving you guys 2 weeks. It's still not a lot of time. You will start to notice real quickly that, oh, this whole thing I wanted to build out wasn't as long as I wanted it to be, and that's fine. So our goal is to kind of walk you through what that process is like. So we'll give you guys reminders and kind of like thermometer checks throughout the event. So you'll start like tonight. You'll be forming your teams. You'll be brainstorming your ideas based off of the theme, which we're going to show here in just a little bit. And then thinking about what kind of game you guys want to make. Okay, we didn't want to limit you guys, so definitely you can interpret the theme as you want. You can talk about what kind of games you want to make. We want this to be fairly open, right? We want this to be as open as possible. I think the only limitation that we really have is that you must submit your game by October 3rd at 11:59 p.m. So that's the only restriction, right? So on October 3rd, that'll be the last day that you can submit your game. Anything after that will not be able to be submitted based on itch.io rules. And then what we'll be doing after that is judging them, right? And again, this is not a competition necessarily, so don't think of it like that. We really want everybody to just have a fun time.
It's for fun. It's for feedback.
Yeah.
We're trying to be a casual experience that also gives you like a taste of more serious like development like methodology.
Yep.
So judging, just knowing what people think of your game, that's a huge way to improve as a developer. Like you're not gonna be able to like look at your own game and make like conclusions about it. It's impossible to judge your own work, especially with games.
Yep. So we'll have both the availability for you guys and gals and what have you to have a chance to judge, critique the games submitted on the itch.io site after October 3rd at the end of the day. So from then until that Thursday, so essentially it will be October 4th through the 8th. So Sunday through Thursday, everybody on the channel will have a chance to judge. And we'll kind of like do a little talk on GDEX to submit, a kind of fan favorite, so to speak. So we'll talk about that, and then what we have curated in the background are some folks that have been in game development for quite a long time, and giving you a curated judging experience as well. And so that's the one we'll have kind of like a best in show and just an opportunity to kind of like give them as many folks as possible a chance to get publication on GDEX during our live streams. So keep a lookout for that. Just as kind of a nice fun thing. So if you're like, hey, is this worth the time? Yeah, definitely. You guys can have a lot of really cool opportunities to kind of show off what you worked on. So something else I wanted to kind of mention in terms of things kind of going on this week and the next couple of weeks is we have a test stream that we're doing with GDEX, and that's going to be on Friday. It will be next Friday, so that will be on Friday the 25th at 6 p.m. We're going to do a test stream. So that'll be on our GDEX Twitch channel, which we'll showcase and share to everybody else. And so we're going to do a little bit of a talk there and do some testing. So if you can help us out, as many of you guys can get in there to help break or not break our stream to test it out, the better. That'll be really helpful, and that'll help us out with a lot of things like in our different streaming channels and whatnot as we get closer to GDEX. So if you can do that, that would be great. That's again next Friday, the 25th, at 6 p.m. on our GDEX Twitch stream. So definitely check us out there. Cool. Sweet. So let me see kind of like if there's anything else we're kind of missing. So
yeah, we're being nudged to mention like that we do want to treat this whole event as sort of an analog to what we would normally do at GDEX, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you've ever been to GDEX, we have exhibitors bringing their new games, and we have judges go around and play everybody's games, and we have like a best in show and public, crowd favorite type thing. We always have little physical rewards for people who achieve well, and we're trying to do the same for this game jam. Nothing big. We're a new jam. We're small. We're experimental, but we are going to try to have some awards at the end. Just something small to say thanks for participating, and so
Yep.
just thought I'd mention that we are trying to to do that for people. So
Yep. So yeah, really what it comes down to and why we do awards at GDEX is, GDEX was actually initially created in the Midwest as a way to help kind of like give people like a platform and an opportunity to be able to work in game development within the Midwest, right? So we help to provide talks, we help to provide opportunities, and we help to provide just kind of a nice, friendly atmosphere for anybody that's interested in game development to come join us and see what we can do. So that's kind of one of the neat things about the awards is it helps give people kind of like a little subtle motivation to kind of like, if I do really well, I could get nominated as an award, and I can share that as something that I can use as a publication for my game, which can get you all kinds of really good face value, whether that's like working with a publisher or talking to a publisher, or just working with your community. So we're trying to be here to drive excitement. So that's our goal. So, but yeah, cool. If you guys have any other questions about that, we can definitely talk more, and I know we'll talk more throughout this entire week. But yeah, so that's kind of our name to fame, so to speak. So cool. Something else to note. I don't know if I mentioned this, but we will be giving you guys like a detailed, documented information. And one of the things on there are going to be a lot of resources for you. So if you've like never done game development before, and say you're interested in learning Unity or Unreal or Godot, or maybe you want to make a paper card game or something like that, we have resources for you. And it actually kind of comes down to using a lot of resources we've done in other game jams, right? Like if you're talking about Ludum Dare, if you're familiar with that, or Global Game Jam, we're going to be working with you guys to send that information out, as well as how to use our Discord and kind of what to expect throughout the week. Cool. So, I don't know. Let me just double check the chat channel, see if anybody has any other initial questions.
yeah, it's been pretty quiet.
I think we're pretty good.
We must be extremely effective communicators.
I hope so. All right. So, cool. So now that we've gone over Discord a little bit, we've talked about how to register on itch.io. We talked a little bit about GDEX. I think it's only fair that we actually talk to everybody about our theme. So you guys ready?
What? We have a theme?
We
I'm
do.
confused.
So this is something that you can loosely based off of it. I think you guys will have some interesting feedback on this. So let me go ahead and bring that up.
Yeah. Do we need a drum roll?
A drum roll. You could do a subtle tap drum roll. It's just like,
I don't know if that's audible.
yeah, it may not be. My mic is good at not picking up stuff. So just pretend drum roll, insert here. Okay. So this year's theme is C. Oh. What do you think that might be? Conspiracy, camaraderie,
Consarnate.
coexistence. M. Ah. Maybe that's it. Calm. No, it's not calm. Community?
Communism.
This year's is community. All right. So that's this year's
Co
theme.
co-mutiny. You're
Mutiny. No, it's Community. So it's your favorite TV show, or
maybe.
maybe it's about how to gather people together, or maybe it's about how to spell out these words or these letters. You could do that. You could make an acronym out of it. You can, write the word community on a piece of paper and shred it up and mix it around and create a game after those pieces of paper. You can interpret it as that. Like whatever you want to do with community is totally up to you. So that's the cool thing about the theme is you can definitely use it as your will. However you want to use that, you're more than welcome to use it however you want. So I'll go back here. All right. So this year is community. So kind of take that for what you want. We're excited to see what you guys make out of that. And a lot of it kind of comes down to is, we've always wanted to, be able to utilize our different communities to build us stronger, right? And we definitely have. I think it kind of goes to show we definitely picked this for our first year, is because GDEX especially couldn't have been where it was without all you guys. So we just wanted to thank everybody for that, and so we decided that this year will be community. So a lot of you actually already know and understand it, whether you think so or not. So definitely use that to however you want to, and we're excited to see how that works. So what we'll do now is we'll kind of tidy up. We'll actually leave this open to questions if you guys want to in the chat channel. We'll kind of hang tight for about a minute or so to see if you guys have any questions, and we'll kind of go through there. But after we're done with this live stream feed, check us out in the Discord channel. You can actually see that in the description of the YouTube channel that you're in right now. So definitely join us there, and we'll meet up in the team channel, chat channel. So definitely check us out so we can help you guys out, and then we'll help you with brainstorming. So
Yep.
Tom and I will be available either through text or through voice, and we'll be able to help you out there. So
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a choice. I'm gonna have to watch. I'm gonna have to watch the server, make sure Jamio doesn't nuke everything while I'm not looking.
yeah, and like I said, we'll be here throughout the entire 2 weeks. Somebody will be here. Somebody will leave the light on, so to speak. So do you guys have any questions? I know there's a little bit of a delay, so I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. I'll look up a little bit. Repeat your question if you asked before and we didn't answer it.
Yeah, I haven't seen
good.
anything coming. Yeah, I haven't seen anything coming.
Okay.
But we'll be around. And if you need to, you can email. There's an email available on the itch page. So if you don't like Discord or for whatever reason it's not working for you, you should email us and we'll help you out.
Yep. I did get a question.
I think it's info at the GDEX.
Oh, yes.
I think.
info@thegdex.com will take you to our, if you have questions about anything.
Yeah, that would be the direct email if you can't get on Discord and ask us.
Right, yeah. Yep, and I did have somebody, I think a couple of you guys were maybe interested in like merchandise. To my knowledge, I don't know if we have anything yet for GDEX or the Game Jam, but if and when we do, we'll let you guys know. I know we were talking about that when I was in the other channel for COG, the game group, and I whipped up something real quick as a what was it, like COG jammies, and it was just the logo repeated on a kind of like sweatpants or something like that. so yeah, we'll talk to you guys more. Like I said, in some instance, 2 weeks is a great time because there's a lot that can happen from then and there. So we'll keep you guys extra posted about things. But if we have that posted, we'll definitely let you know in Discord, and we'll also post it, especially if it's Game Jam related. We'll post it in the description of the YouTube channel. So, yep, good question. So cool. All right. Well, we're really excited to get started. It's.io is, let's take a look. Yep, is live. So at this point, you guys, it's a race to whoever wants to submit first. You can submit
Yeah,
anything.
you get all the attention of
Yep.
being the first one to get all that
Yep.
juicy feedback. And yeah, and so yeah, like we said, come on into the Discord. Water's fine.
Yep.
We're all just hanging out, having fun. I'm having substantially more fun than anyone because I have so many Jamio bugs to fix.
Yep.
And but yeah, we got teams are locking, so if you want a team, you can go ask any of the teams that have not closed, that they may be looking for teammates,
Yep.
or they just have not closed their team yet. I am currently working on a function to kind of formally announce that you are looking for a team, and for teams to formally announce that they're looking for a new member.
Yep.
So be on the lookout for that. I expect to have it out.
Yep.
Well,
And
soon. If I don't have it out by tonight, then it's kind of too late. We'll just do everything manually. But
yeah, I mean,
um,
and in some instance too, like if it comes down to it, we'll help you guys randomize your teams, and we've done
yeah,
that plenty of times with other game jams before. So it's just
right.
a matter of just what's really helpful if you guys can do your roles, so we know what your background is. I mean, by default, everybody's a like a producer role, a game designer role, but you're more than welcome to let us know that when we talk to you, and then we'll help you guys out. We'll definitely help you guys out. So feel free to DM or direct message us, and we'll be there to help. Kind of like in the spirit of this game jam and with GDEX, something I also wanted to mention is keep everything PG, I guess I would say. Like I like to say in our
Yeah,
other Discord channels, if you probably wouldn't say it to your grandmother, you probably shouldn't say it if
yeah,
it's offensive. And we
yeah.
just say that
Normal
just
GDEX
because
rules.
this is a family, potentially family public event, right? So we just want to make sure that nobody's offended, and we just want to make sure everybody has a good time. So just be use common sense. Like if you think that someone may be offended, maybe just think about how else to phrase it, or or whatnot. So please do keep it friendly and or excuse me, family friendly, and we'll be happy to help anybody if you guys have any questions or whatever. If you're like, hey, is this potentially something you may not approve, just ask us. We're more than happy to. I mean, you know we curse during work too sometimes, and we don't even know, right? So it's perfectly fine, and we're not gonna really be super
Yeah,
abusive about it or anything like that. But
right.
it's good
Well,
to
and
know.
part of what makes the Discord and the whole Jamio setup good is that it makes it pretty hard for random trolls to get too deep without that they're gonna have to go on itch with an itch account, like sign in, and then they're gonna have to use Jamio, and then even if they do that, they're not gonna necessarily be able to mess with your team because that's a whole separate level. So
Yeah.
um,
Well, and I know that again. I think I mentioned this before, but just to kind of recap. Um, so by no means do you have to use Discord. Again, we encourage it because we think that it'll provide a lot of really good opportunities and resources, but you don't have to. Like if you register on GDEX Game Jam 2020 jam site on itch.io, and you just want to make your own game and you submit your game, we'll still judge it and all that stuff. So perfectly fine. But you don't have to,
right, we'll
So
try to, and we'll do our best to get you into a team if you want to be in a team.
yep.
Um, we can't 100% guarantee just because that's life, but we'll do our absolute best to connect you with a team. Even if you don't want to be in Discord, you can still be in communication and work on stuff. So
Yep. Cool. Let me
cool.
double check. I think that's it. The last message was theme. So
Yeah.
okay, cool.
All right, people are just flying in and doing stuff. So we're at 150. So during the stream, we hit 150.
That's great. Oh
Yeah.
wow. Okay, cool.
Maybe
All
one
right.
more and we'll have. Oh well, never mind. We're at 154. Geez. Okay.
So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and sign off. And for anybody coming in, either they're watching the channel or see it as a video later, go ahead when you first come in to Discord, or if you have questions about this, you can always email us at info@thegdex.com. If you can get into Discord, great. If not, we'll make sure to get in contact with you. But if you are in Discord, just send us a message. You can see us as Tom or Wesley. We'll help you out. But you can always ask us questions in the Jam support channel, and we're going to actually move into, once you're assigned, we'll move into the team recruiting channel. So we're going to be helping out with folks there. But you can always direct message us. You can do that by just right clicking on us and say, you can message, and we'll be here to help you guys out. So if you can't hear us, just direct message us, and we're happy to help. So, all right. Sounds good. Well, thanks for everybody coming out tonight. We appreciate everybody's time for this event.
Do we have what's our next scheduled event that's jam related?
Our next one is tomorrow at 6 p.m. So we have a speaker coming up. It's Marcus Fitzpatrick. He's a 3D artist, technical artist, and he's going to be showing folks how to use. Let me just double check the name because I don't want to describe it incorrectly.
Going to show people how to use C++ to generate a 3D model procedurally.
No, not at all. He's not a programmer, but he is going to show you how to use face AR motion capture for game development. So that's kind of the title. He's also saying that if you're interested in kind of following along, some of the software that he's going to be using is Maya, which is a 3D modeling program, Mocap X app, and that's for the iPhone X. So those are the tools he's going to be using. We're going to record the event, so if you do happen to miss it or can't make it tomorrow, it'll be on the GDEX YouTube channel, just like you see this one. And we'll be sending out a message soon on that live event as well. So, and as we get more events, you can see them on our announcements channel. So anything that you see in terms of jam announcements, they'll be posted right here. So if you guys have already been seeing that, keep an eye on that. Maybe you can make a notification setting for it, where if you want to always hear it, you can hear all messages. That'll be a good one to message there, and that way you get all the information that you need. It will be right there. So cool, good question. All right. Well, I'm not going to take any more precious time away. We're running on our 1 hour mark, give or take. And so what we're going to do is cut it off and just thank everybody for coming out, and we'll be talking to you guys very, very soon. So, all right. Well, thanks everybody.
Right.
We'll catch you guys later.
See you soon. See you constantly for the next 2 weeks.
Yes.